Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets and stories that have shaped the world as we know it today. In this episode, we shall delve into the fascinating tale of the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire, a civilization that once spanned 3 continents and left an indelible mark on human history. As we set out to explore the earliest history of the Ottoman Empire, let us first establish the historical context in which it emerged. The 13th century was a time of great upheaval in the region, with the Mongol invasions having swept across Asia and Eastern Europe, leaving destruction and chaos in their wake. The Byzantine Empire, once the dominant power in the region, was struggling to maintain its grip on power, weakened by internal strife and external threats. It was against this backdrop that the Ottoman Empire would eventually rise to prominence. Our journey takes us to the northwestern region of Anatolia in modern-day Turkey, where the Ottoman Empire was born. The year is 1299, and a Turkish tribal leader named Osman Bey, also known as Osman I, has established a small principality in the vicinity of Suprut, a town nestled in the rolling hills of the Anatolian countryside. This humble beginning would mark the starting point of a remarkable journey, one that would see the Ottoman Empire grow into a vast and powerful state, stretching from the Balkans to the Middle East and from North Africa to the Caucasus. Osman Bey, the founder of the Ottoman dynasty, was a member of the Kai tribe, a Turkish people who had migrated to Anatolia from Central Asia in the 11th century. The Kai were known for their military prowess and their ability to adapt to new circumstances, skills that would serve them well in the centuries to come. Osman Bey himself was a skilled leader and strategist, able to unite various Turkish tribes under his banner and forge alliances with neighboring powers. As we explore the early history of the Ottoman Empire, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of relationships between various Turkish states, the Byzantine Empire, and the Mongols. The Battle of Korse Dağ in 1243, in which the Mongols defeated the Seljuk Turks, had created a power vacuum in the region, allowing smaller states like the Ottoman Empire to rise to prominence. Meanwhile, the Byzantine Empire was struggling to maintain its control over its territories, weakened by internal conflicts and external threats. The city of Bursa, which would later become the first capital of the Ottoman Empire, was already an important center of trade and commerce, attracting merchants from as far away as China and Italy. The Ottomans were skilled traders and diplomats, able to navigate the complex network of trade routes that crisscrossed the region and to forge alliances with neighboring powers. As we delve deeper into the origins of the Ottoman Empire, we find a fascinating array of characters, each playing their part in shaping the course of history. There is Osman Bey himself, the enigmatic founder of the dynasty, his son Orhan, who would go on to expand the empire's borders, and the early Ottoman administrators who worked tirelessly to establish a functioning state apparatus. The historical context of the Ottoman Empire's emergence is also marked by significant events, such as the Fourth Crusade, which had ravaged the Byzantine Empire in 1204, and the Mongol invasions, which had swept across Asia and Eastern Europe in the 13th century. These events created a power vacuum in the region, allowing smaller states, like the Ottoman Empire, to rise to prominence. As we conclude our examination of the Ottoman Empire's earliest history, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one marked by conquest, expansion, and transformation. The Ottoman Empire is about to embark on a journey that will take it to the heights of power and glory, leaving an indelible mark on the course of human history. Join me as we venture into the next chapter of our narrative, where the intrigues of court politics, the brilliance of military campaigns, and the opulence of imperial splendor await our discovery. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, exploring the fascinating tale of the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire. In our previous episode, we delved into the earliest history of the Ottoman Empire, tracing its humble beginnings in the northwestern region of Anatolia in modern-day Turkey. We saw how Osman Bey, the founder of the Ottoman dynasty, united various Turkish tribes under his banner, and forged alliances with neighboring powers, laying the foundation for a vast and powerful state. As we move forward in time, we find ourselves in the 14th century, an era marked by conquest, expansion, and transformation. The Ottoman Empire, now under the leadership of Orhan, Osman Bey's son, is expanding its borders, absorbing nearby territories, and establishing a strong administrative system. The city of Bursa, which had become the first capital of the Ottoman Empire, continues to thrive as a center of trade and commerce, attracting merchants from all over the world. One of the key factors that contributed to the Ottoman Empire's rapid expansion was its military prowess. The Ottomans developed a powerful and disciplined army known for its janissaries, an elite corps of infantrymen who were recruited from the Balkans and trained in the latest military techniques. The janissaries were instrumental in the Ottoman conquests of the 14th century, including the capture of Gallipoli in 1354, which gave the Ottomans a strategic foothold in Europe. As the Ottoman Empire expanded its borders, it also developed a sophisticated administrative system with a strong emphasis on governance, taxation, and justice. The Ottomans established a network of governors, known as beys, who were responsible for collecting taxes, maintaining law and order, and upholding the authority of the Sultan. The Ottoman Empire also developed a complex system of land ownership, with the Sultan holding absolute control over all land, but granting fiefs to his loyal subjects in exchange for military service. The 15th century saw the rise of one of the most famous Ottoman sultans, Mehmed II, who conquered Constantinople in 1453, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire and cementing the Ottoman Empire's position as a dominant world power. Mehmed II was a brilliant military strategist and a patron of the arts who encouraged the development of architecture, literature, and science within his empire. He also established the Ottoman Navy, which played a crucial role in the empire's expansion into the Mediterranean. The Ottoman Empire's cultural achievements during this period were equally impressive. The city of Edirne, which became the Ottoman capital in the 15th century, was renowned for its beautiful mosques, bazaars, and palaces. The Ottomans developed a unique architectural style, which blended elements of Byzantine, Persian, and Islamic traditions. They also made significant contributions to literature, with the works of poets such as Fuzuli and Baki becoming famous throughout the empire. As we explore the Ottoman Empire's golden age, we find ourselves in the midst of a vibrant and cosmopolitan society, where people from all over the world came to trade, learn, and seek their fortunes. The Ottomans were tolerant of other cultures and faiths, allowing Christians, Jews, and Muslims to coexist and thrive within their empire. This tolerance, combined with the empire's military prowess and administrative sophistication, helped to establish the Ottoman Empire as one of the greatest powers in world history. As we conclude our examination of the Ottoman Empire's rise to power, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one marked by challenge, transformation, and decline. The Ottoman Empire is about to face numerous challenges, including the rise of European powers, internal strife, and economic stagnation. Join me as we venture into the next chapter of our narrative, where the complexities of imperial politics, the intrigues of court life, and the struggles of a declining empire await our discovery. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, exploring the fascinating tale of the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire. As we move into the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire is facing numerous challenges that will ultimately lead to its decline. The empire's vast territories, which once stretched from the Middle East to Eastern Europe, are now being threatened by the rise of European powers, including Britain, France, and Austria. One of the key factors contributing to the Ottoman Empire's decline was its inability to modernize and keep pace with the rapid technological advancements of the 19th century. While European powers were embracing the Industrial Revolution, the Ottomans were struggling to adopt new technologies and adapt to changing economic conditions. The empire's traditional industries, such as textiles and ceramics, were unable to compete with the cheap mass-produced goods flooding in from Europe. The Ottoman Empire also faced significant internal challenges, including corruption, mismanagement, and ethnic tensions. The Tanzimat reforms of the mid-19th century aimed to modernize the empire's administrative system and promote equality among its citizens, but these efforts were ultimately unsuccessful in addressing the deep-seated problems plaguing the empire. The rise of nationalist movements within the empire's territories, including the Balkans and the Middle East, further eroded the Ottoman Empire's authority. The 20th century saw the final collapse of the Ottoman Empire, with the outbreak of World War I marking a turning point in its history. The Ottomans entered the war on the side of the Central Powers, but their military efforts were ultimately unsuccessful, and the empire suffered significant losses. The subsequent occupation of Istanbul by Allied forces and the eventual establishment of modern-day Turkey by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk marked the end of the Ottoman Empire. As we reflect on the decline and fall of the Ottoman Empire, it is clear that a combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures contributed to its demise. Despite its rich cultural heritage and historical significance, the empire was unable to adapt to changing circumstances and ultimately succumbed to the forces of modernity. The legacy of the Ottoman Empire continues to shape the politics, culture, and society of the regions it once dominated, serving as a reminder of the complexities and challenges of imperial power. In conclusion, our journey through the history of the Ottoman Empire has taken us from its humble beginnings in Anatolia to its rise as a dominant world power, and ultimately to its decline and fall. We have seen the empire's achievements in architecture, literature, and science, as well as its struggles with internal strife, corruption, and external pressures. As we close this chapter on the Ottoman Empire, we are reminded of the importance of understanding the complexities of history and the enduring legacy of one of the world's most fascinating empires. Join me next time as we explore new chapters in the annals of history. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.